the Disney guys Uncensored, and I am here to answer just one question. What is Villainous? Villainous is one of my favorite board games. Mitch is card type strategy with just the typical love of a fun board game. It is of course Disney themed after all of the villains. And what I have here in front of me today is the starter set. Retails for about $35, pretty much buy it on Amazon, Target, Walmart, Barnes & Noble, all those types of stores. And it's an absolute blast to play. I recommend ages 10 and up. I'd say that's about fair. And it also, you can go from anywhere from 2 players all the way up to 6 players, which is a great diverse spread, which I really enjoy because now me and my wife can play this game, and I find it being just as much fun with the 2 players. So really, again, what is it? Let's try to open the box and see what's inside. All right, so here's the box here. We get these instructions on top. It does a great job really explaining the rules, all the pieces, how to play, some really unique scenarios that may pop up, and you can, helps describe all of those things, the types of cards, all of that. Very good, very detailed. I will recommend you probably will need a follow-up video on the details on how to play, which we will, I'll try to do that another one at a later time. So what's in the box here? You have your tokens. This is kind of how you buy cards or play cards, right? Just like you would do in anything. Anytime you play a card, it costs tokens. So these are your tokens that you play. This is just a little cauldron that you would have to, you can put them in. It also comes with all these little types of, almost like tips and tricks or little hint cards. So each player gets their own card based on who they select. And it just kind of helps you, reference it throughout the game. You each have these amazing pieces, and the starter set does come with 6 characters. You got these Prince John, you got Maleficent, you got Ursula, Queen of Hearts, Jafar, and Captain Hook. For this example today, we're going to use Captain Hook as kind of an example of showing you exactly how to play. So each character also gets a board. So this is Captain Hook's board, as you can see, and each character has an objective. We'll get to that in 1 second. Also, each character you select comes with a deck of cards. So for this example, let's take Captain Hook's cards here, these purplish red ones, and let's just move the board out of the way here for a second. Let's get Captain Hook. All right, so Captain Hook's board. Here we go. The board is known as your realm, and the realm is broken down into really 4 different quadrants. In each quadrant, you can see here kind of 4 circles with different types of symbols and actions. I'm not going to get into too specifics of what each one does, but essentially when it's your turn, you take your piece and you decide where you want to move on the board, which quadrants. You really just have 4 options. And once you move to that spot, you just place your character there. And then you perform all 4 actions if you choose to. If you only want to choose, 2 of them, you play 2 of them, but you can do all 4 of them. And then you follow it. So typically you'd have 4 cards in your hand, right? And again, your objective here for Captain Hook is to defeat Peter Pan at the Jolly Roger. So Peter Pan is going to be found in this white deck, which I'll get to in a second. And playing him is going to require you use these cards. So these are cards that the player uses. And you can see there are a lot of, villain Peter Pan type themes. There's different items, there's effects, there's conditions, there's allies like Mr. Smee. You got your pirates, Hook's case, cannons, weapons, all these fun little things that you use to help you achieve your goal and objective. Meanwhile, you have these fate cards, which are unique to each different character. Now, the fate cards are kind of the opposite, where they're more of Peter Pan's, heroes, let's say, right? So you have Wendy, Michael, Peter Pan, Tit-Tok, Tinkerbell, and these cards are going to be played on the top portion of your board by your opponent. So whether it's one opponent or multiple opponents, they're using these cards to help prevent you from getting to your objective of defeating Peter Pan. So to recap that, these are your cards. You're using these to get your objective done. These cards are going to be the cards that your opponents are playing to help you, to prevent you from getting your objective done. So I love this game. It's so much fun. It's so much diversity because you have to play all these different characters. I'm not getting into it today in this video, but there's also expansion packs which interact the same as this one, which essentially just give you more characters to choose from. So each expansion has 3 additional characters. So if one person wants to play one of those characters and I want to play one of these characters, it doesn't matter. It's fine. They're all independent of each other, which is awesome. So you have so many different options. And each different character has a different play style, like I said, based on their objective. So every time you play, by playing with different characters and characters you learn to love, it really is for a unique, different game style and gameplay every time. So that's pretty much answers the question of what is Villainous. It's one of my favorite games I've played in a long time. I'd say I'm fairly newer to it, maybe the last 6 months or so, but absolutely love it. Make sure you subscribe to us. Head down to the bottom and hit the subscribe button for the Disney Guys YouTube channel. And make sure you listen to us every week in all of your favorite podcast feeds to listen to a new episode of the Disney Guys Uncensored.